Okay, so today we're going to show you how to replace the knob on a Minitor 5. All you need is a 1/16 hex head. It could be a screw or a bit, and a flat pair of dikes. First thing you're going to do is take these hex heads off right here, 4 of them. Okay, once you get those out, you'll see you got a seam. You'll see you got 2 seams, top and the bottom, in the middle. So just take a screwdriver and wedge it out, sort of like this. Just kind of loosen it, go around. Start with the back edge. It just pops off. This gasket's stuck to the inside, but it usually goes right here. It's kind of like a cushioner. You may have a metal block here for stored voice. This one does not have stored voice, so it doesn't have the stored voice chip. Okay, next we'll separate the front. And there's no glue or anything, it's just the rubber kind of has formed a stickiness. And then just pull that, gonna look, see how the camera's looking here. Just kind of pull that straight up. You've got another rubber gasket here that goes over the springs and around the speaker. So then you're left with this. So this is basically the guts. It's got 3 boards. It's got the power board. It's got the RF board and the antenna and the main board here. And all those have to come out. Okay, what I do first to take the RF board off, just kind of pry up a little bit to loosen it from the connectors. And just lift straight up. And these are the connectors that you're lifting it out of. You've got another rubber type of spacer gasket here. Set that aside. Okay, now take the earphone jack out because it's kind of going through and into the jack, and if you're going to loosen this board up, you have to take that out. This particular one has a piece of tape on it. Okay, so the earphone jack is out. The earphone protector anyway. Now you've got this center board. It's got 2 main places in the side case that it meshes with. Okay, one is right here. So you're going to kind of bend the case so this can come out, and the other one's over here along this side. You're going to bend it out so this board can come out. And you have to be careful when you do it, because the board will still be connected. Let's see if we can get it in focus there. Okay, the board will still be connected to this ribbon cable that attaches to this bottom set of holes where the charging and the programming and whatnot goes on. So just be careful of that. Don't bend it too much or it'll break. So first thing I do So I kind of pull in this direction. I pop that out. Now I come down here, pop this side out. Pop that out. And now I'm going to pop this bottom case this way so I can get this board out. Once I get all 3 locations, I just kind of the board's kind of up, so now I kind of slide back to get these switches out of the knobs. Okay, now you can see the board is only connected to the case by the ribbon cable right there, so you have to be careful not to move it around too much. Okay, now I see my battery is low, so I'm going to have to stop it here, charge my battery, and we'll come back to this point. Okay, so we're back. Alright, now that you got that loose and you kind of don't pivot it much or far away from the ribbon cable, now let's see, I'm going to replace the selector knob. This is non-stored voice 1. Doesn't have the knob on the top. You can see here the knob rides, and this white part rides on the lip, so we're going to want to clip that white part away, and we're going to do that with our dikes, our flat our flush mount dikes. Okay, and you just need to go halfway around. And now you're going to pull through the case. Okay, made a liar out of me. So you can take off the whole thing if it's a little difficult. I've got about 3/4 off. Now this is trash. Take the other knob, and you see I'm still kind of holding the board there, so you want to hold the board without moving it too much. You're going to push it here, make sure it's kind of flat to where it was. Now you're going to push this top against the table edge right here, kind of depress it in. And sometimes it needs a good amount of effort. And because I'm doing a video, it's not going to be easy. Okay. So it just presses in. The lip is in, and it turns. And now we're going to reassemble it by making sure the actuator disc goes in the short section. So here's a knob. You've got these that open up and these that don't. The actuator disc goes in the ones that don't go all the way through from one side to the other. So you see this backboard is up, and then we're going to slide it into the knobs. Have the knobs lined up, and make sure your white line is where it should be on the selector, and the other white line is somewhere where the volume hopefully is turned all the way down. Alright, now we go and we press this out so we get the ear jack into the unit, or just over the top. It's not actually in the hole yet. And then we're gonna make this go into the side of the case. We're going to do the same thing here, kind of line it up. Now those two are aligned, and make sure our ear jack is centered. Okay, and it is. Now put the ear jack protector in there. And now we're ready to put it back together. And first thing we do is put the rubber insulator. Kind of goes around this adjustment knob here. Then just drop the RF board in there and press it. You want the, you're lined up with the connectors below. By this fits in a notch, and then these circles kind of match up the circles on the board below. Okay, now we're going to put it into the speaker case, into the top. Okay, and then we do that with now it may catch. Let me show you where sometimes it catches. Okay, make sure your springs are coming out here. This is for your vibe motor, and this is for your speaker. Sometimes it catches on this edge, and you have to go in with like a small screwdriver and kind of just move this over, and then it will fall down. And I'm talking about this part right here. Okay, this one it's not catching, so it's lined up. Put your rubber gasket on there, your back. What I do is where these parts are here, I let it come and hit this and kind of slide down. Then that way I know I'm in the right place. And there you go. And then you put your screws back in and you're done. Of course, before you tighten your screws up, there's no reason why your switches won't work, but before you tighten your screws, just make sure your switches are working. Just tighten it just where it gets snug. You don't want to squeeze the rubber too much, but you don't want to squeeze it not enough either. And that's it. That's how you replace the knob.